While we have an FDA-approved vaccine to help prevent contracting COVID-19 and multiple emergency use approved vaccines, some people are choosing a different way to treat themselves after they get COVID. But experts warn it is not the correct use.
Blood pressure meds are FDA approved, but we don't use them to treat influenza because they're approved to lower blood pressure. So we use drugs for what they're approved for.
Despite pleas by state leaders for people to get vaccinated, some are turning to a drug that has not been proven to effectively treat COVID-19. LEX 18's Mike Valenti has more on the craze around ivermectin.
Facebook is no pharmacy, yet hundreds of thousands of users are standing in line, scouring the site for information about ivermectin. One search for the drug and you find tons of groups, some satirical, but others serious. People doling out dubious advice about the anti-parasitic drug and COVID-19.
Anyone can call themselves a doctor. Anyone can call themselves a pharmacist or a nurse. You really have to do the background research.
Frank Romanelli actually can call himself a pharmacist. He's the associate dean for the UK College of Pharmacy. Lately, he's been fielding a lot of questions about ivermectin.
It's constant. Family, friends. Like I said, a lot of this, it's almost become an urban myth.
Ivermectin is an FDA-approved drug, but not for COVID-19. It's used to treat infections caused by parasitic worms. Scientists have studied it as a possible treatment against COVID, but so far, the results have not been promising.
Some were flawed, some were early release. They didn't actually make it to publication and didn't undergo full peer review. Some did show some efficacy, right? Some efficacy doesn't mean you can use it.
And since healthcare providers are not prescribing ivermectin, people are taking drastic measures.
If you want to get your hands on ivermectin, you have to do one of two things. You have to get a prescription from a provider, and you have to find a pharmacist that would fill a prescription for ivermectin to treat COVID-19, both of which are very highly unlikely. So if you're still wanting to access ivermectin, the other place you can find it without a prescription is in many of these feed stores.
Ivermectin is primarily used as a horse dewormer, the doses of which are much higher than they are in the human form.
You can see allergic type reactions, different types of skin rashes, extreme GI upset, all the way up to seizures and potentially effects on vision from this drug when it's used in those high doses.
Taking a horse dewormer is crazy under any circumstance.
The FDA has similarly warned against taking the drug, advising that currently available data do not show ivermectin is effective against COVID-19. The agency added that clinical trials assessing ivermectin tablets for the prevention or treatment of COVID-19 in people are ongoing. Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.